would you mind walking through how you use IA tools to do covered calls, both covered calls on long hodls like Tesla, but also the more aggressive CCs that made you? So this is a great question. And yes, for those who may not know, a lot of what I did and how I was able to get out of the rat race was doing basic option strategy, covered calls initially in the 90s, socking away gains, buying real estate, covered calls, socking away gains, buying real estate, wash, rinse, repeat. That was kind of my whole thing. My trading strategy has gotten a lot more sophisticated since then, but even back then it worked. So let's talk about first step of what I did to get started. And covered calls are a great way to get started. First of all, find a range rider. Stocks that have been trading between support and resistance levels for an extended period of time. Use TA to identify these stocks, draw your support lines, your resistance lines, and sell a call at the top of the range. Buy it back at the bottom of the range or let it expire worthless. That's what I did a lot of the time in the 90s. And today I do a lot more. I'd sell a lot more puts, sell a lot more calls, buy calls, etc. Do all sorts of spreads. But showing you how we do this using the model. This is a company called SoFi. This is a very nice little range rider. If I was still doing the cover call strategy, I'd probably be doing it on something like SoFi. So easy to see. So you dial in the chart. This is using IDSS. You look at your trends. You zoom out. Whether you start at the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour daily chart, you find the pattern that works best for you. You dial in your win probabilities across all the different models. And there you go. So you get your green flag. That's when you could enter SoFi. And then you sell a call when you see the red flag to sell. And then you buy it back when it says buy, or you let it expire worthless. Typically, I'll zoom out for this. I like to sell calls if I'm selling them 6 to 12 weeks out. That's where you get most bang for the buck. That's where most of the theta, which is time value, dissipates quickly. And then buy it back, sell it again at the peak, buy it back, And you can do this literally every 6 to 12 weeks. You can turn $10,000 into $20,000 and then $20,000 into 40, etc. But you're going to be very disciplined, very patient, and move from asset to asset, because if SoFi goes in a rally, you might lose out. So for example, I was in Nvidia and I sold a call and I left $100 on the table because Nvidia spiked in after hours, so I couldn't get the call back or couldn't cover it. So sometimes if you have a really truly winning name, like would I sell a call against Tesla? Only after a gamma squeeze, only when I'm sure it's going to come back down to earth and mean revert. But things like this, you can do all day long. But remember, there might come a time where you get called out and then you find another asset and you do it again. And that's as easy as that. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.